you guys. It is like the most cozy fall day today. It's, as you can tell by my hair, it's raining outside. So if you can hear the raindrops, very peaceful. I have my little buddy next to me. Today is gonna be not only like a very transformative, but I have piles of beans in front of me. Are we connected? It feels like we just got disconnected. It might be because of the rain. Hopefully we're good, because we can't have an interruption. We need full beans, full things happening. I have mountains of things to show you. So I will be unveiling the final cover, the final theme. I have beans here, and then more things that you did not see coming. And literally I brought everything into this room, and Audrey was my story. He's like, you're showing them everything. I was like, yes. And then I have the biggest beans for tomorrow. That is not part of the holiday collection. That the team doesn't even know that I'm going to show you that. Probably not supposed to at all, but I'm going to nonetheless. And multiple things tomorrow as well. So today for day 30, it's working. I can see you guys' comments right away. Hi, how are you guys? Hi, Nicole. Hi, Monica. We have lots of Floridians. Is it true that it's cold in Florida right now? Is it true? Because what the heck? So, lots to share today. We're going to go through a lot. Oh, it's Thursday. Perfect. Tough Love Thursday. Yeah, there's a lot of tough love happening today. So hopefully that's cool with you guys. Hi, Sandra. How are you guys doing? Everybody's here for the beans. Come in and get cozy. I will go through day 30. I'm going to do what I've been doing the past couple days. We're just going to have a whole bunch of real talk. Might rip your heart out, fix it up, put it back in, and then we can have some fun. Cool? So, lot of truth bombs today, a lot of honest moments. Make sure that you're writing down the things that you have. Happy birthday, Nancy! Make sure that you guys write down when you have epiphanies, either in the comments or for yourself, so that you can retain as much as possible. Cool? So today is going to be a lot of honest moments. I'm going to take you through your fresh start. But first, a little gut check. You might be right now feeling like in your life, and you know it deep down inside, that you are playing small or staying in your comfort zone. You're staying comfortable because you don't want that moment of uncomfortability. Like, I feel like, especially at our age and above, we're like, I'm not meant to live an uncomfortable life. So we stay comfy. I don't want to be uncomfy. You know, have you ever felt that? It's not keeping you safe. It's keeping you small. It's keeping you stuck. And you might be fully friggin' aware that you're doing it. But if you are, I feel like today could be a fresh start, and maybe something that could make you so excited about the future and doesn't have to make you that uncomfortable. I feel like it's like this false perception that it's going to make us uncomfortable or make us uncomfy, and we just stay small and we never move forward. So if you've been waiting for the perfect moment, hopefully this entire month has taught you that there's no perfect moment that's going to happen. It's going to start with you. It doesn't exist. And the biggest gut check that I can give you, and like I say this with like a hug, but you are the only thing that is keeping you stuck. There's nothing else. So yesterday we talked about what's in your control, what's out of your control, and hopefully through that you recognize like you're the only person that can set yourself free from whatever prison that you're living in, whether it's mentally, with the goals that haven't been achieved, with relationships. It is up to you to cut ties with that. So I love you, but it's you that's keeping yourself stuck, and it is only you that can set yourself free from all of that. And I think today we can get on the right path to doing that. I just want you to picture this too, like at the end of this year, which is coming up faster than you probably would have thought possible. I feel like this year went by really fast. Anybody else feel that? And you can probably picture in your mind, if you were part of this group, we did a vision party. Do you feel like when we did that vision party and what you set as your goals, have you achieved that stuff that you wanted to? And it's okay if you didn't, but I'm not calling you out and being like, oh my God, you suck, because there's a lot of stuff that I set that did not happen. Like the year gets ahead of us and we don't move forward on the things that mattered to us in January. So we are coming up on, think about it, we're coming up on the Christmas season. Like it will almost have been 12 full months. Do you want to continue by getting to this time next year and being like, I still haven't moved forward? And the year after that and being like, I still haven't moved forward. So it is literally you. And your same, sorry, but bullshit habits that are keeping you in that same year, that you're doing Groundhog Day every single year because of the same bullshit habits that we allow ourselves to be a part of. And if you can think of some habits that you're like, I should not be doing that, and I know that I shouldn't, but at what point and how much pain do you have to feel year over year after year of, and I take myself to like December 31st, so it's like I didn't do, or flip side, I did do what I wanted. Like, think about the joy that you feel from following the stuff and moving through on like the habits that you really, really want versus the habits that keep us stuck that we don't get to move forward on. So you have two options. You keep surviving, or you finally start living your dream life. And so today what I wanted to take you through was a bunch of questions. Take a little deep breath. We've been through a lot over the past 30 days, and I'm so damn proud of you. Tomorrow will be like our final cap on everything, because I told you I was going to take you from lost AF, figuring out what your ish is, to fairy tale life. So we're getting right there. So your fresh start. So take a deep breath. If you've been with me for this entire month, I'm so damn proud of you. You did so good. So today I want to take you through a couple of different conversations. So the first ones are the feelings that are remaining beneath the surface that you keep hidden. Okay, so I'm going to read these with you. And what I've been doing every single day is I'm just going to take this paper off, which is my list of things that Andre and I really want to do in Disney. Just going to keep that there. And I'm going to do the answers with you. So you can write them in the comments. You can write them in your notes. You can write them on a notepad. It's totally up to you. Feelings beneath the surface that you're basically keeping hidden. So we can think of this in like maybe the last 30 days, a little bit before, but I would keep it recent. What feelings have been showing up more often for you lately? Don't overthink this. What feelings? I don't even want to give you hints. Share it in the comments, say it out loud. What feelings have you been feeling in the past 31 days that have been coming up more often lately? It can be positive or negative. It's just whatever you feel like you're keeping beneath the surface that you're like, I haven't really acknowledged that. Cool? I'm gonna wait till you guys start typing, and then I hate whenever I'm writing on the table, it shakes the phone for you guys, so I don't want that to happen. I'll give you some examples once you guys start writing, because I don't want to veer you in any direction. See how peaceful he is? This is him like 90% of. He's in his old man era. Oh, Catherine. Okay, so you guys have started putting yours, so I can give you some examples. Maybe it's anxiousness, maybe it's less anxiousness. It could be, you could say like add the word more or less behind it. It could be anger, it could be awareness, it could be focus, it could be less focus, lack of focus, guilt, frustration, overwhelm, frustration. This is very honest. You guys are doing great. Keep writing. What feelings are below the surface that seem to be coming up more often for you lately? Okay, the second one. Which emotions, it doesn't have to be from the ones that you just said, might be something else, but just let your brain go there. Which emotions do you avoid or numb out in whichever way you do it? It could be avoidance, like we talked about. It could be like distractions. It could be scrolling your phone. It could be substance. Whatever. How do you see yourself like numbing? Which emotions are you numbing out, and why are you doing it? And maybe how are you doing it also? So which emotions are you avoiding or numbing out? So it could be feelings of or emotions of stress. It could be emotions of obligations. It could be emotions of pressure that you feel. And then why are you numbing it out? So why you could be numbing it out is either like a lack of clarity on the goal, a lack of certainty on what you're capable of, a lack of confidence in that area, uncertainty, just avoiding the issue altogether. Confrontation is really good. Okay, number 3. When do you feel most like yourself? And flip side, when do you feel least like yourself? So when you feel most like yourself, it could be when you're, you know how we talked about like in a state of flow? It could be when you're in a state of flow, when you're creative, when you're doing what you love, when you're around people that light you up, that truly understand you, versus when you're least like yourself. It's probably the exact same answers, but flipped. So when you're around people that don't understand you, when you feel pressure, when you're not in a state of flow, when you're just going through the motions of life. It could also be like when you're avoiding certain good habits that you know you should be doing, like if you know that you're just not moving your body, if you know that you're eating terribly and it just makes you feel like not like yourself. So when do you feel most like yourself? When do you feel least like yourself? And then the last question for this beneath the surface, what small shifts would help you feel more grounded this week, more like yourself, figuring out how not to numb the emotions and just feel more grounded? So what small shifts could you create in your life? So it could be, small shifts could be waking up a little bit earlier. Oh, and to the people, by the way, I saw some comments yesterday saying, because I said the things that are in your control and out of your control, a lot of you guys said it's not in my control when I can wake up. It absolutely freaking is. Your life does not have to be managed by other people, whether they are big people or little people. And that is not me. I'm not coming from a place of like, I don't know what it's like. I have parents that built businesses, two separate parents that did at different times in my life that built businesses at home, and they set boundaries. Same with Andre's parents, actually, and like this whole guilt thing of parents. So while I am not a parent, I was raised by parents that completely had this whole like, we need to work and we need to be at home while we're working. And my little brother and I did not dictate when she woke up, what she was doing, what, like, it was like mom's at work. And if anything, and if I can help you with mom guilt, what I took from that as a young woman and into adulthood was discipline. And same with Andre. We talk about that all the time. He was raised by parents that were building a business, that were not gone it wasn't about being gone all the time, but they were very busy with what they were doing. And he never felt that sense of like, oh, they're not around. Like they went to his hockey games and did all that, but he understood like, oh, they're working. And like, it was more inspiring in the long run. It was more inspiring. So they taught him discipline. They taught him routine. They taught him hard work and perseverance. So if ever you feel like shit that you're like, well, I'm not present and like I need to do X, Y, and Z, and don't go into the whole like mindset of like, well, I don't have control. It is your life. You absolutely freaking do. Cool. Good. Okay. So small habits, working out, just moving your body, and this whole concept, like we talked about the pendulum swinging, like if you're going to sit your booty down for 8 hours a day and maybe do an hour workout, we need to do better. Like altogether, I'm not like calling you out, more just saying like we need to do better, because killing yourself in the gym for an hour a day when you're sitting your butt at a desk or on a couch or whatever, there needs to be a better balance. Either going for a walk or moving or whatever, all good. But just making sure that you're moving. Maybe drinking less, eating better, making sure that you're having a proper nutritious breakfast, lunch, and or dinner. Of like, if you struggle with any of those, avoiding the habit of like going through the drive-through, if that's something you deal with. Trying to meditate, working on your brain, reading a good book, something with growth, making major strides towards a big goal, managing stress. Like, those would be small shifts that you could do this week. All right, next category. Who you were always meant to be. So this one's a big one. What labels or roles do you carry with you that no longer fit your identity? So what labels have you been labeled as that do not fit your identity anymore? I have many. And these are often labels that are placed on you by a teacher, by a parent, by a sibling, by a stranger. So what labels or roles do you carry that no longer fit? Jenny, the answer to that, so the question is, how do you get your brain shut off during meditation? Practice. It's kind of like when you do a workout. You know, if you start and you can only do one push-up, the more, like, whenever I was like really, really fit, like at my fittest point, I could do like 20 push-ups on my toes, no problem. If I go back and try and do it now, I could probably do like maybe 10, maybe. When I was really, really fit, I could do bicep curls with 20 pounds. My little self could do that. It's the same thing with your brain. It's practice. And if it's a priority to you. I have done yoga before with people that are so friggin' high strung that they could not for the life of them sit through like a full yoga class. Like, no friggin' chance. Like, they were like taking photos and they were taking stuff, like, it was insane. I have literally experienced this. On the flip side, years later, and someone that, this is a different person, was not taking selfies, but I went years ago. Oh my gosh, it must have been like 20 years ago, maybe. No, 15 years ago. So I'm aging myself too quickly. 15 years ago, I went to yoga with my mother-in-law, and we got out of there and she's like, Angie, it's not for me. Like, I couldn't focus. Do you know, present day, that woman does yoga every single day. And 15 years ago, she was like, I can't do this. So that's the answer. Practice. And start small. Just do like 5 minutes. And you also don't beat yourself up if you have a thought that enters your brain. Just let it, cool, I see you, keep going. And then just bring it back to your breath. Hopefully that helps. Okay, who you're always meant to be. What labels or roles do you carry that no longer fit? This can either be roles from your childhood that you were called and like you've now grown up and you're like, hey, I'm not that person. Or they can be recent roles or labels that you're like, no, you know what? Over the past 31 days, I realized that's not who I am and that's not who I want to be. So maybe it's in terms of roles, it could be like, you know, the day one, how we talked about like, I'm the taxi driver, I'm the therapist, I am the cook, I am the maid, I am the fixer, I am all of that. So maybe those are, decision maker. Maybe those are things that you're like, Mona, we literally said it at the same time. Maybe those are things that you're like, you know what, that's not my role in life. I'm meant for more. Or it could be things like simple, like whenever I was younger, I was labeled as shy, weak, quiet, antisocial, all of these things. And after a while, I started to be like, yeah, I literally just told you because I can do 20 push-ups and curl 20 pounds. I don't think I'm weak. But I was always treated as like, she's like the skinny little shy one. She's like and usually sometimes it's by people that you're the closest to that do that. And it just sticks with you and you almost take it as gospel, like you believe it. Oh, and by the way, I gave my mom, I have a new one coming, but I gave my mom the Know Your Worth book to send to my niece because she was talking to me about this. So my niece was literally saying like, well, I was labeled as X, Y, and Z. And I showed my mom the page in the Know Your Worth book of like when you cross, like the labels that are crossed out and you take the quiz before. I think it's in, no, it's not the pink, the yellow. Oh my God, I'm going to get it wrong. It's in the first half of the book. So you take the quiz and you figure out like which color personality you are. And based off of that, it will tell you probably which labels you are. And a lot of the labels that you guys are saying about like being too emotional or the responsible one, or like, and then they're crossed out of like, this is what you actually are. Okay, next. So we went through what labels or roles do you carry that no longer fit? Who do you believe you need to be in order to be enough? What needs to, in your mind, what is enough and what do you need to be? And this could also be like a lie that you're telling yourself of like, well, maybe I already am enough. Oh, thank you. And by the way, I'm not saying the lie is that you are enough. I'm saying you are enough. But what is something that you're like, I need X, Y, Z to get to here. And maybe that's not true. Maybe it is true, but you need to figure that out. So who do you believe you need to be in order to be enough? And they can be character traits. Maybe you need to be calmer. Maybe you need to be braver. Maybe you need to be more motivated, more disciplined, more confident. Maybe it's like a financial thing that you feel like you're needing to break free. Monica, that's so good. Yes. If nothing external defined you being job, appearances, titles, expectations from other people, who would you be? So if nothing external defined you, jobs, titles, expectations, who would you be? Would you be healthier? Would you be more focused? Would you be wealthier? Would you be more creative, more content? You guys are giving very good answers. A lot of you guys are saying independence. I like that. More peaceful. Very good. Okay, we're almost done. Last question. What parts of yourself are waiting to be seen, expressed, and celebrated? Go. This is helpful. So out of everything that you've written down, hopefully there was some emotions that you felt that came to the surface that more than anything, I just hope that you can recognize that you deserve better than whatever shit that you're kind of spiraling yourself into. And chances are you're probably playing small for whatever reason, for whatever fear. And I feel like today needs to be a reset. There is, like, we all live chaotic lives. There's all sorts of stuff happening in the world around us, but you deserve more. You deserve peace. You deserve better. Whether whether it needs to be me that tells you that or not, but you need to recognize that and believe that in yourself, that things can be better, but they're only going to get better when you get better. So you got to believe in it for yourself first. And you're the only person that is keeping yourself stuck. You guys have such good answers. I love it. Are we ready to shift gears? Because I have a lot to share with you. So I said that today I would share all the things. I'll share the last house. I need to make sure that all of my things are in order. So this is the last house. Do we know which one this is? I saved it for last because I feel like it's the most iconic one. Evergreen Estate. So yesterday's blanket is my favorite and today's blanket is my #1 favorite. And you'll see why, because it's the most Christmassy. What does this remind you of? This should remind you of something. It kind of gives it away. And I love this. This is like so me. So, do we have guesses? The launch is this Wednesday. I'm literally giving you guys everything today. So you're pretty much seeing every single thing that we're launching. Oh, one thing is covered. And there are new items that you've never seen before, things that have been asked for. So this is the Cuppy Holiday Heist Cocoa with the same pattern that's on the blanket is on here. Do we got it? Do we have it yet? Do we have it? So there's 6 houses total. This is the last one, and you'll see them be unveiled. So we have unveiled 3? Yes, 3 on our social media. So yeah, there's 6 houses total. You're gonna get it in like 2 seconds. Can you see all the glitter? It's not as sunny today, so you can't see all the glitter. Okay, come on, that gives it away. Where's this one? The pizza box. Okay, I've shared too much. You'll have to wait for the full, oh, and the disc of this is so cute, plaid. So, doesn't this remind you, does this not remind you of Kevin? It's like Kevin's sweater. The blanket is my favorite. So, okay, let's go through. So I've shown you the covers and the theme of the 6th house. That is like the core of what's launching. But as always, there is always more, always more. So the collection is called Home for the Holidays. So I shared this yesterday, but the entire theme is very much like nostalgia and what we loved growing up. And that's like what Christmas like meant to us growing up. So with that said, all of the houses are in the sticker book in terms of theme and all the foil and everything. So all the little icons like the bunny slippers. So each house is represented in the sticker book. There's like there's like the Jell-O and the eggnog and the squirrel. I'm showing you everything right now. This one's the Sugar Plum Summit. By the way, the playlists are up. Not all of them, but I'm working on them. And so the one with the eggnog that I just showed is very like holiday road, like Christmas country, because you know I needed like a country. And then there is the Lantern Holly Home that we showed you guys that we've announced. That one's all like 50s and 60s Christmas, so very like Bing Crosby, Ella Fitzgerald, like really old Christmas. And then the Sugar Plum Summit, the pink one, is all like cozy ambience jazz. And they're like the playlists, 2 of them are 3 hours long. Like I worked hard on these. Okay, sorry. So we have the one with the squirrel. We have Sugar Plum Summit. We have the spaghetti with the Pop-Tarts. Look at this is my favorite. I remember when we were creating these like in the middle of the summer and I was like, no, we need more hats and more foil. And then this is the one that I think is gonna be really popular, the little cottage. See, there's like the little Mini Cooper and the scarf. I love, there's like one that has, yeah, the little bathtub with the bubbles. And then the last one. Paint can, the pizza, the Pepsi, the little house, the toque. Sorry, toque's a Canadian word. There we go. Okay, so now you've seen a lot. And then there's the System sticker book, which you're gonna lose your shit. Just give me 2 seconds. by popular demand, including my own demand, we created timestamps that you can put into your planner if you want to. There's going to be more in 2 seconds. So yeah, the system sticker book is really freaking good, and same theme to all the same colors, and they're so pretty. Very Christmassy. On that note, in terms of timestamps, I don't want to unwrap this yet, but this is the washi. There is 3 times. So if you want to move the timestamps for yourself to what fits your, let's say you work overnight and you need to like move your schedule, then you can use the washi. And then there's also this one that's almost like a measuring tape. So you could use that as well and it fits in that little area. There's the little egg, the moose eggnog. This one is days of the week with like the little Grinch hand holding the Christmas ornament. So yeah, there's 3 timestamps of washi. And then there is all of the little ornaments for each. So these are like the decorative ones and they fit each theme. So there's like candy canes, there's poinsettias, there's little gingerbread people. On that note, I have been using my washi tape and I requested that we create this. I'll keep it closed for now so I can show you. We created a daily grind accessories kit. So if you need help either cutting, like, do you ever see like the real like way of planning that you don't just like rip the washi tape, but you like have like a nice X-Acto line so you can cut it perfectly? That's what we created. So what is in here is a little accessories kit and it comes with the cutest little cutting board. So you can put that underneath your page. And the way that you do it is you just lightly use it comes with 2 separate X-Actos and then I call this an Olfa knife. I use this in school all the time. Olfa is my favorite. So and then once the blade gets dull, you snap it off and then you can, don't let the kids play with this, but you just press lightly on the washi so it doesn't cut the paper and then you can like have it profesh. So there's that. There's 2 separate X-Actos. One is shorter than the other. And then there is this, because if you ever struggle with getting the stickers, like the little stickers on, or if you have long nails like me, you use this to attach it and you can be fancy. Isn't it so cute? So yeah, a little planner accessory kit, also very cute for Christmas. Or gift to yourself. So yeah, it comes in a little case. Always innovating. I'm showing everything to you. Is the team freaking out? Is anybody on the daily grind on that's gonna be like, Angie, what are you doing? Then, okay, I can't forget. We had done, there's more stuff that I don't have with me right now. There's like one more thing that's coming in like either today or tomorrow. I mean, I see them, but I didn't hold it yet. But it'll be exciting. So remember for academia, we did stencils. We did more, they're different, more and different, and they fit, they always fit the planner, but these fit even more. And we did Christmas patterns on them. And then we did Christmas items also, so you can use it to like highlight. And they fit every single little part of the planner, and they're all themed. So these are the travel ones. Well, cat's out of the bag now. Yes, there is travel covers coming later. And when you buy these, you'll be, I don't know if we're launching these now. This is why the team's gonna get mad at me. We probably are. So yeah, if you want these, and when you receive it, it gives away the theme fully. Not fully, but yeah, it really does. They're very pretty. So there's these ones, and then there's the full size, and they snap into your planner. And when they snap in, they should align perfectly with the pages. You can use highlighter, marker, whatever you want, coloring pencils, and then it will, you can also do this on blank pages. So these match each of the covers also. Oh, and you can snap them in either way. I know I'm spilling all the, oh, hi, Aldrin. Andre, are we gonna launch these, this launch? Yes, right? You guys could turn into bullies. Whenever I start sharing, you're like, share more. These are so cute. So the other thing that I don't have in my possession, which I'm just gonna tell you, because it also launched for academia, but the ones that are coming are really, really pretty. We have bookmarks launching that fit the themes, that also give away the travel collection. So you'll know. I can tell you, I kind of already gave hints. All right, and I can see you guys screaming at me that you want to know. Yes, and this is my first time unwrapping them. I worked so hard on these. So there is one per house. What happened? Magoo, what happened? Next. Oh, next launch. Okay. Well, they know now. At least they get the beans spilled. This is the Sugar Plum Summit theme. It's giving Whoville, the entire book. So there's like all little houses. It's supposed to be like gingerbread houses and like, it's just supposed to give Whoville. Okay, so that's the first one. This is fun because the last time I didn't get to show you the Halloween ones in person. Next, okay, well, do you want me to, can I spill some beans about the travel covers? I'll just tell you guys. Some are themed more wintry, not all of them. There's 4 travel covers, so we are launching Travel Snow right now, soon. They're packed with glitter as well. There's 4, and it is my 4 favorite Hallmark movies. I've said too much. Okay, this one is Evergreen Estate. Oh gosh, she's coming down. Yes? Oh, I thought you were coming down. I thought I was in trouble. He said you're safe. Evergreen Estate coloring book. So this one is giving like, look, with the pizza. It's giving Christmas chaos. It's like cozy home. Look, the sundae. Oh wait, did I miss? Oh, it didn't, the chat. Do you love it? If you guys have never used the coloring page, the attic, you guys, I worked so hard on these. I'm not even kidding. Like me at in the middle of the summer was like dying doing these. Lantern Holly Home. I mean, now you're just knowing all the houses. So for the playlist, so the jazz one, and then the Evergreen Estate is gonna be like all famous Christmas songs from like movies that we know and love, like a movie soundtrack. Lantern Holly Home, this one's the one that's like 50s and 60s. We've announced this one. So we did like the radio. There's like the windowsill with some candles. It's giving like tinsel Christmas. The little store, like, you know, when they like look in the, I'm not spilling beans about the travel ones. I feel like I gave you like a really good guess. By the way, the paper on these is thick. Cookies. And then the back is blank, so it won't bleed through. I have used like everything on these. And then you can, this is perforated, so if you want to, you can remove it, but you can keep it in. You can create like your own little coloring book with, let's say like you want the cover that I showed today as like your coloring book, you can create your own coloring book that way. See, this is the one that I think is the underdog that's going to be very popular. So this is Frosted Rose Cottage. So cute. So this one's more like wintry. Little fairy jars, little reading nook. Trying to show you like all the different ones, like little cottages. So this one could go like well into the winter too. Okay. And then the last 2 are like the very, very Christmassy ones. Peppermint Peak. By the way, these are, these match our stickers. So if there's like an icon that you like on those, they're in the sticker book. The spaghetti with the candy and the cookies. New York with the sled. Jars of candy, candy canes, candy corns, New York City. Was Gimbals. Go back to Gimbals where you came. Santa's Workshop. So this one's very much like True Believer, Santa's Workshop, Christmassy, New York City. Okay, and then one last one. Merry Mayhem. Oh, and then there's one more bean that I almost forgot. That's like a totally new item. Are you freaking out yet? Yay, I love it. Merry Mayhem. The box with all the lights. The attic. more lights, more ornaments, candy in some jars. I love the fairy jars. It's like the outside of the house with all the lights. It's in the tree. You know I had to. Oh my God, there was the cutest artwork at HomeSense, and it was like a Christmas squirrel. I should have gotten it. I just don't know what I would do with it, like put a Christmas squirrel on my wall. So yeah, those are the 6 coloring books, and then to go with them, we're launching new markers. These are acrylic markers. I used these, if you guys remember, if you follow my vlogs, I hand painted martini glasses for my mother. Like in the spring, I was testing these out. So whenever I did them, I was like drawing little flowers. You can paint on glass, you can paint on stone, you can paint on plastic, on cloth, obviously on paper, but they're literally like paint. Do you want me to open them and show you? They're incredible. So yeah, I've been using these for, well, as per usual, I usually test things for about a year or so. So you can use these on the coloring pages, and they're so pretty. So yeah, it's not a small launch. We went big for the holidays. And then we have all the colors labeled on the back for you. Just give like an example. So one side has, this is like a perfect circle. It's like a dot. I think we have the, yeah. So there's the round tip and then the extra fine tip. So you can either like dot or just, it's like thick, or there's like the fine tip brush pen. And when you, oh, here. Oh, I could just use a coloring page. Do I want to do that right now? Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. This is fun. I'm so intense, I realize that. It's literally like paint. And you wanna know how thick it is, the paper? It still doesn't go through. It's like using acrylic paint. So you could paint them, but you have a little bit more control instead of a paintbrush. So very fun. And this is all the colors. So I told the team we need a lot of colors. So there's 36 colors total. Are we excited? I had told you I came in here with all the beans. Tomorrow I'm spilling the biggest beans yet, as though there is even more, like what is wrong with me, but sharing all the things. Yay! I love that you guys love all the stuff. Now you know all the houses. Today on our social media, we announced, like we fully showed the Peppermint Peak one. Yeah, Peppermint Peak. So make sure that you're checking that out because I fully like show everything. It's going to be such a good launch. So I will be live obviously tomorrow, but I'll be hanging out with you guys live on Wednesday, sharing everything. We can plan together. We can set up our planners together. I'll answer all your questions about the launch, but yeah, the launch is this Wednesday. So Smith, I love you. So yeah, there is a lot to share on Wednesday, but we wanted to launch it early so that everybody could have everything that they wanted for the holidays. And then November's just going to be magical because there's going to be, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to share like the biggest beans yet. And then tomorrow we cap everything off. It's going to be incredible. I love you guys so much. This was so fun. And I will see you guys tomorrow for our last and final day for day 31. Bye, dudes.